What's the opposite of artificial intelligence?
It would be organic, and it would be dumb.
This is
an organic
okay,
Dumbo.
got it. Natural stupidity.
Okay, there we go.
You got it. Welcome to the Entrepreneur Experience Podcast. Actually, my favorite time of the week is when we record these podcasts.
Oh, me too.
I look forward to it. We usually come with an idea and it quickly changes into a different idea. So today you're going to get the freshest thing on our mind. But before we go through that, I'm your co-host, Coach Joe with ActionCOACH Kansas City. And we have over here
Jared Taylor with JT Visuals. That's spelled without the I because I don't know how to spell.
That's kidding. True, actually.
Okay.
It's actually kind of
because
true.
there's more than meets the eye. But also, if you found this podcast, awesome. Subscribe because it's going to be hard to find again. Because we know a lot of people can't spell entrepreneur.
That's true. And experience. Those are two big words.
Yeah.
But here's a trick. Voiced text.
Ooh, yeah.
If you just go on the little thing. If you have an iPhone, bottom right corner is a microphone. Just put the Entrepreneur Experience Podcast on YouTube or on Apple or on Spotify.
Yeah.
We're on Spotify. Okay, cool. Then you'll find us. Just look for these two guys. It's a black and green logo. Anyways, you guys already know because you already found it. So anyways, today we are going to start off with some dad jokes.
Well, I got a couple things here.
Cool. Well, we're two dads, so it's probably not dad jokes.
Yeah, these are entrepreneur
we have
jokes.
Corny jokes. All right.
It's
Let's
corn.
Go.
All right. Hey, sorry to interrupt, but Joe, you got something on your chest.
When I failed my first 8 business, I chalked it up to a couple of things. Number one, I was very proud and I didn't learn how to build a business. But the second thing I realized is I didn't go to school for this.
And it's fun to try to figure things out and explore. But then there comes a point where you're like, wait, hold on. What are all the other successful business owners doing?
We've provided something for you if you feel the same exact way. We've provided School, SKOOL, Entrepreneur Experience, where you can actually have free content and a community of people that are also in there that are entrepreneurs that love to give feedback and ask for feedback. If you don't feel like you have the resources enough to help you become successful, join our school.
It starts for free. So what are you waiting for? Go to jtvisuals.com/school. That's JTVisuals without the I, and that's school with a K.
Now back to the show.
Sales is the only profession where you can lose a deal in the morning, get rejected 5 more times by lunch, and still say, pipeline's looking strong. I don't know. These are ChatGPT jokes. These are terrible.
Oh, right.
A salesperson and a magician are basically the same. One pulls a rabbit out of a hat. The other pulls a budget out of a prospect who said they didn't have one.
That is so in line with what we're going to talk about today.
Yeah, but really, I'm not pushy. I'm just professionally persistent.
That's pretty good. I like that.
That one's
that was good.
Yeah, you know, and the thing with salespeople, and I'm saying this because, you know, I started my business, you started yours. So that means that if you've started it and you're the owner of it, you have to be a salesperson.
Yeah.
You have to. And so you get all this.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, but I did. Because when people say, I'm not a salesperson, and I say it like that on purpose because it's a very ignorant term. It's a very ignorant statement. You are selling.
Wait, did I say? Are you mocking me?
No. I'm just saying in general. Like when somebody says, I'm not a salesperson.
I didn't know if I said it. But actually,
and I'm respectfully saying this because everybody is in sales whether you like it or not. If you like something, you tend to tell a lot of people what you like about a certain product, service, or whatever it is that you buy. And by default, you are selling somebody the idea of making the same purchase that you did.
Yeah. So on this episode, we're going to deconstruct common sales tactics, sales lines, and then reconstruct what our thoughts are behind that. So there are common things. There's some things to watch out for. There's some things that if you redefine it, it really means the same thing as this, but it's not as widely accepted. Like I'm not pushy. I'm just professionally persistent. It's like, okay.
I can dig that.
That kind of works.
I dig that, right? Because there's a term that says the fortunes and the follow-up. You kind of have to be persistent.
Yeah.
right?
Yep. And like I like the thing that's like go for no. So it's like,
but there's a strategy behind getting somebody to say no. We can talk about it later.
Okay.
If you remember.
All right. Hang on to the rest of this episode.
Yes.
We'll reveal that at the very end.
We'll record it another day. So if I'm in a different shirt, bringing that back up, it's because we forgot and we recorded another day. So, all right, cool.
Okay, so we got a list of things here.
Some
I'll
cliches.
read this to you. All right, so the ABC. You know the ABC.
Oh, yeah. What movie did that come from?
They come from a movie?
Well, there's a movie. I think
Daddy Day Camp?
No.
Daddy Daycare?
Dang, what is that guy's name? Anyways, there was a movie about a sales guy. He's like, always be closing. It's the ABCs, right? Is that what it is?
That's it. Always be closing.
Yeah.
The film world, it's always be charging.
Always be charging. Well, yeah, because in creatives, a lot of times people like are so passionate about what they do, they don't feel like they want to charge for it.
Okay, what's funny is you took it that way because that's your view, but what it really means is batteries, like charging batteries.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes. I could see
so
that.
always be closing, it says it derived from, man, pardon me, but Glengarry? Glenn Ross? I don't know this
name.
name.
Sales trainer back in the 70s, maybe? I don't know.
It was implying the goal is always the immediate sale. What do you think of that?
Well, the first thing that comes to my mind is if you want to always close, what if it's not a client you actually want to close?
Ooh.
I think a lot of things have evolved, but this might be good for like car salespeople or, you know, how they're typically, and it's changing. The car sales world is actually changing where they're actually less push. I went to a dealership not too long, like a few years ago. I'm like, oh, you don't want to take my keys? You don't want to do this? But they're like, cool. If you want it, great. If not. And I was like, this is weird because it's not the experience I'm used to at car sales dealerships. But I think the idea with that is if somebody comes to you, they've made a buying decision about buying a product or service that you already offer. And so if you can focus on closing them right then and there, it saves you the follow-up.
Okay.
Right? Which, if we all know, we hate the follow-up, but typically the fortune comes with the follow-up.
So ideally, you would hope that you've already qualified this person, and that's when you always be closing. Maybe
I guess you could put it that way. So
don't go and have 10 meetings and then try to close.
Yeah, well, you should always be pushing an ideal sales qualified lead into the next step.
Yeah. Okay.
Right. So in my opinion and my training and what I train my clients to do is you should always sell the next action step that you're trying to push them to do. So for example, I don't close a client the first time I talk to them. I don't want to. I want to see if it's a client worth my time.
Yeah.
And I want them to know that I am the coach or my firm is the coach, whether it's me or any one of my coaches, to coach their business. So I have a series of steps that I want to sell the next step to. So if they come to a seminar, qualified, I want to sell them the next step, which is, hey, let's discover your business a little bit. I want to see if you're worth me giving you a coaching, my next step of coaching, and I have to qualify you. I don't take everybody. You know what I mean? And I ideally want people to be like, oh, I want to be qualified. I want to be qualified, right?
And it kind of sounds like it's not really selfish. It's more of like, well, maybe a little bit, but you have freedom to do that because it's your business.
Yeah.
You get to choose that. But at the same time, it's also just what's best for results.
Yeah.
So like some of it, like, man, I really want this person, but they are not in a good spot for their business. They're going to burn out. And like if a podcast for this kind of business, I do this actually, a podcast for a product-based business, if you're making physical products, is not the first branding and marketing you should go to. So if they aren't already doing live shopping or other things to get their first dollars, paid ads and everything, then they should not be on a podcast. And so like, I'm doing it from the angle of like best results. So
yeah. Well, at the end of the day, too, if you're closing people that should not be working with you, you've done a poor job at qualifying who your actual ideal clients are, right? Like every business owner and in whatever industry, you should already have an idea of how your leads should be qualified. So, for example, in the home service industry, we come across this a lot. Your ideal client, for the most part, is going to be a middle-income family And the person that's going to call you is typically a woman who stays home with kids at home, most likely, and that's probably why she stays home. And her husband is typically the breadwinner, and they live in whatever neighborhood. Now, depending on home service, you're trying to either be the cheapest, mid, or most expensive. The qualifications might slightly change, but you're typically dealing with the female of the home because more often than not, they're the ones that stay home. That's just home service industry. If you don't believe that, that's fine, but then you're going to find out the hard way that you're going to be selling to the wrong person, right? If it's creative, right? Business to business creative, it's a whole different thing.
Yeah.
So the ABCs of closing always, ABCs of sales, which is always be closing, I'm assuming you're already in front of your sales qualified lead.
Okay.
Now, if you're not, the question is, do you want this type of person? So that's the first thing you should really look at is qualification.
And it kind of goes to like something you always say too. Ask for the dang business. Like some people are like, man, like I'm not just, nobody's answering me, or I'm not like, I don't know what's going on with this person.
Yeah.
Well, have you asked?
Yeah. You got really good at that, by the way.
Well, now it's like, I mean, thank you.
You did. Well, before, remember, you'd like overthink it.
Yeah, for sure. Well, because I hated sales.
I did too.
And I hated sales because the connotation I grew up around it. But
that
I'm
was
starting
a good podcast. Remember we talked about how we grew up religious and money was a bad thing?
Yeah, that was good.
That's what you're alluding to, right?
Yeah, but also just like sales when it's pushy. But sales is actually love. Like if you truly care about results for people and you believe in your product and that it will actually help them, why wouldn't you ask? Like, and that was my perspective shift. So I was like, either I got to believe in what I'm doing more somehow, or change something about it so that I do, so I can be genuine and I can be not pushy and then still close.
Yeah, well, that's really, really good. That's really good. It made it simple for me when somebody told me that the definition of sales is just professionally helping somebody buy what they're already going to buy or what they need. And I'm like, oh. So when it came for coaching, because coaching was the hardest business for me to really build and sell because it was the first time I really had to sell myself, right?
Yeah.
Everything else was a product or a service.
Yeah, it's not black and white. It's not like when you show up, there's a before and after. Like it's like there can be a before and after, but that before and after is several times long.
It is.
And ongoing.
Well, here's an example. When we ran an air duct cleaning business in San Diego, we focused so much on branding and marketing online because that's where people found us. Networking was a big part of it too, but online presence was huge. And it was a need. So when people were coughing or sneezing a lot in their house, they did some research and they found out that dirty air vents were probably causing that.
Yeah, okay.
They would look up and call. So we were proactive, but people were reactive to us. When it came to coaching, I had to brand my authority in the business information coaching consulting world, which was already diluted with a lot of people that were trying to become gurus. And for me to say, I'm not a guru, but I could be your mentor, I could be your coach, and I want to build a relationship with you, and I'm the right person to help you find the right solution for all your challenges, that was tougher. Because most people didn't even know that coaches exist or couldn't wrap their head around paying anything extra right now for something that may or may not work.
Yeah, I got you.
That makes sense?
It does. It makes a lot. Hey, so just side question. I filmed a video.
Side answer.
I filmed a video with Leone Restoration once.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out. I hope you guys are listening.
Leone
if you are,
I
then
love those guys.
Let's get on a guest experience.
Andrew and Haley Leone, right?
Yeah. So I filmed one of their videos, and they were doing the duct cleaning, and making sure that like that's a big problem for a lot of people with allergies and pets and like things like that. And they did something called the push-pull method. Have you heard of that one? Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
And that method is different in the Midwest because of the way air vents are set up here versus in California where we have overhead flexible ducts.
Really?
Oh, yeah. So we didn't do push-pull back then. We did pull.
Okay.
Yeah. Here, because it's a different setup.
Wow. Okay.
That's kind of cool. All right.
That's interesting.
The next sales cliche that you want to bring up is...
Well, I don't believe this one.
Okay.
What is
Just say
this? this is Google or something. It says the gold is in the follow-up, but I believe it's the fortunes in the follow-up is the quote we all say, right?
Yeah. I think that was a Zig Ziglar quote.
It's because gold it went down in value or something.
Actually went up.
Dude, really?
Like it's the highest it's ever been.
Did gold go up in value or did American USD just go down?
Both.
Oh, okay.
Both. As of right now.
So I wonder about
And
like
as
the
of
European
right now, we're a
to
few
gold.
days into this Iran conflict.
Oh, yeah.
So oil prices are going up.
You better run.
So anyways, the gold is in the follow-up. The fortune's in the follow-up. I think
Yeah.
those are both kind of trying to say the same thing. I believe that 100%.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what. Studies have proven that 80% of conversions when you are in the follow-up phase of things happens on the 12th to 18th follow-up.
Dude, it's more now.
Well, that's the latest that I saw.
Yeah.
However, I think it's industry specific, right?
Yeah.
Like, it really depends on, well, number one, how you're following up. Because a lot of people think the follow-up is all automations. Like as much as I love AI and I use AI,
Yeah.
I feel like people who are introverted rely on AI and automations way too much.
Yeah, and then they say they have 27 follow-ups, but it's all like emails. It's like the same kind.
It's all emails and they're all getting bounced, or text messages and they're all bouncing. Like people still value a personal touch. They do. But here's a couple of ways you can actually follow up or drip or touch, because it's 12 to 18 touches. You could find them on Facebook and LinkedIn and request friendship. That's one way to keep you in mind, right? Whether they friend you or not, you can request it so they see like, oh yeah, that guy is XYZ, right? A text message from your personal cell phone always works. Because if you're texting them from a CRM, the text message looks different. It looks very spammy.
Yeah, and it always has to say like reply stop to unsubscribe or whatever.
Yeah, and then somebody will hit stop, and you're like, dang it, you know?
Yeah.
Emails as well. And right now, email carriers are really bouncing a lot of things with domain names. Have you noticed that?
Dude, yes. Well, and iMessage has updated. This has been the last, year maybe? And it is like emails where it collects spam and doesn't even give it to you. Did you know that?
Ooh.
So now it's like...
Well, Google does it. It actually collects emails.
And that's emails, but I'm talking about text too.
Oh, I didn't know that.
So now it's like if you're too spammy, you'll actually not even show up like a real person. So now it is better. Well, I would say do all of it, but now it is better to have your own number, which is why I use, not a sponsor, Tello.com, but I do have an affiliate link. But I do that.
It'll be linked in the description below.
So now I have two phone numbers on one phone, and then you label it on iPhone, personal and business. And so when someone calls, it says like B.
Oh, for business?
So I know it's the business line. So I know I'm going to answer this.
That's pretty cool.
You know, if it's personal, I don't know the number, I don't answer it.
Yeah, I get, if I don't know the answer, and like 90-something% of the time, it is spam. But back to the cliche of the gold or the fortune is in the follow-up. 100% believe in it. 100% believe that you should not rely solely on automations. It needs to be automations plus personal.
Okay, cool. I like that. I agree. What about common lines that people use to follow up and that they shouldn't use? Like,
I'm just following up.
Okay.
Stop that. Stop it.
Hey, Jess, just wanted to follow up here, checking in.
Just checking in. Just following up.
Okay, but then
Get creative.
My next step after learning about how ugly that really is, and it's like, dude, this is the next time to ask. I started asking this, but then I realized it was wrong. Is, are you still interested in XYZ? Yeah. And it felt like a little bit better, but now it gives them like that out, you know?
It does. If you give them a question where they can actually answer you yes or no, it doesn't allow you to bring them to the next step.
So what's something you do then?
I just started using this.
Okay.
It's pretty cool. I go, hey, so-and-so, I have a $100,000 deal to talk to you about, but I'll tell you about it tomorrow.
Okay. But you're assuming that, what do you mean tomorrow?
Well, if this is a warm lead or an actual client or a past client that I'm looking to bring back in,
okay.
I've done some text messages and emails where like, hey, really quick, I have a really cool $100,000 deal I think you'd be interested in.
Okay.
So I'm free tomorrow. I'll have time tomorrow. I'll talk to you about it tomorrow. Guess what a lot of people end up doing?
Oh, yeah, I would call.
What is this? Like, don't wait till tomorrow. What are you talking about? Well,
okay.
So it's happened. I've got that from Myron Golden, and then he brought this one guy on. He's an Asian guy from Australia. Oh, geez, I forgot his name. He does a tiny deal thing.
Oh, is he the speech guy?
No. He was a life coach, and now he trains other coaches about sales. Anyways, look up Tiny Challenge. You'll see. Anyways, I was like, I did it. So the first time I did it, there was a client that I've been following up for 2 years. I know he's qualified. He's always said I wanted to do it. He's just having that check where it's like, yeah, but is right now the right time?
Oh, yeah.
He came to one of my seminars, and he raised his hand for 2 weeks of free coaching. And then it was hard to follow up with him to get the first one scheduled. I just watched that video again with, I think it's Andrew. I don't know. And I was like, what? I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to do it. Hey, so-and-so. I was going to say his name, but no, so-and-so.
Yeah.
I literally have a $100,000 deal offer I wanted to talk to you about. I'll tell you about it tomorrow. And then he responded, LOL, what is it? ? I was like,
yeah.
I got a response. Like, literally, I just got a response. I said,
they're alive.
I was like, well, in reality, your business can grow 100 to or more thousand. I just really wanted to get our first 2 weeks of coaching session. He's like, oh, man, I've been really wanting to get with you. Thanks. That was actually a really cool, creative way to do it. Let's schedule. And I was like, I scheduled it.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool. And then you kept it real, too.
Kept it real.
Yeah. That's good. Because it's not.
Yeah.
And that's not, like, I know Joe, too. Like, he has the credibility. And so it's not one of those things where you're lying just to get attention. Because if you do that, be careful of that. Like it's so easy in sales to want to be able to bend things.
Oh, you gotta be very careful with that.
But then when people find out it's not real, like you're promising just because, I'll promise and then I'll deliver and figure out how to deliver. It's a good like entrepreneur thing, but at the same time, is it good for integrity? Can you actually deliver? Do you know what you're really getting into? And so, but for you, like, and for that, I know that there is literally $100,000 of deal.
Oh yeah,
for the right businesses.
For this business specifically,
yeah,
I knew like literally that could happen in 3 months. I know it.
Yeah.
So when I sell, I typically sell an outcome. I don't sell me. Good. I don't sell my firm. My firm is a solution to an outcome that they want to achieve. I sell an outcome.
Yep.
And that's what you should be doing. You should sell the outcome.
Desired outcome.
Bingo.
Well, sometimes it's desired outcome to get to the real outcome they actually need.
Yeah. Well,
have you ever seen that?
Yeah. Well, you've done it. Like once we hit the actual outcome, now you're like, oh, if this is possible, then I can.
Yeah.
So you have to kind of really know, like, what is their next step, what they can see, and then push a little bit beyond that. That's it.
Yeah.
So, anyways, another cliche.
Yeah. All right. So another one is let's get the ball rolling. All hands on deck. And it says this is an overused phrase for starting a project. What does that have to do with sales? Why is that on this list?
The way I took that is trying to get them to buy. Let's get the ball rolling.
Okay. Well, let's move on to this one.
Okay.
Coffee is for closers.
What was that? Was that part of? Was that from a show? Like, where it's like it was a sales team and some guy was trying to get coffee and the guy came in and said, "No, coffee is for closers."
Oh,
was it like that?
Okay,
what was it?
That makes so much more sense with that context.
Yeah, but again, look, I love coffee. Screw you, whoever said that. If I didn't close, I'm taking coffee anyways. No, that was pretty harsh, but. I don't know. Coffee is for people who want to stay awake so they can close. Ooh.
Yeah. But this was from the client perspective, right?
Yeah.
Like, hey, we have espresso. Would you like me to make you one? Yeah. All right. I'll make you one if we're closing.
don't do that. And you know what? Well, don't do that if you're serious. That is kind of my sense of humor, honestly.
Yeah.
So if I have a client, we're already cool, we're closing, I would probably throw out a joke like that, but I would test the waters first with how they respond to a lot of the things that I do.
Maybe more like, now that we're closing, would you like any coffee?
Have an espresso. I would probably joke like that. But again, I mean, I throw my personality, my sense of humor out throughout the sales process, and I kind of test the feel of how they're responding to things.
Okay.
So I think that that's more of a joke than anything, in my opinion.
Okay, dude, this one.
All right.
This is good for just speech, podcasting, really anything, your everyday life. We got to stop saying the phrase "to be honest" or "to be honest with you."
To be honest with you.
Because it ironically implies that you were not being honest before.
Yeah.
So it actually, like, even in like public speaking gigs and everything, I'm seeing public speaking coaches, when they talk on social media, they're saying, don't say this because exactly what this said. It implies that you weren't being honest before and your authority level goes down. Whether that's like super subconscious or not, because like the average person probably would be like, whatever. But.
Well, when I look at content, and the reason why I feel this way is because I probably use that terminology just because I'm used to it. And I know that I need to pull back from it.
Yeah.
Because I think how I learned that term was, to be honest with you, it's a way to transition or to answer the question. But I do get it. I'm actually pulling away from it. So when I hear people do that online, I don't worry too much because I understand that. However, if psychologically it does take your authority and your integrity down just by people hearing that, stop doing it.
And you know what? To be honest with you, I couldn't come up with
To be honest.
Do you ever commit to saying something before you know where you're going to end up?
Probably, yeah. Yeah, I do.
That was that one. There's another one. There's another word that has to do with like authority figure, authority building, and it's good to delete this from your life. And that's the word trying. If we say this in a sales pitch too, we're trying to be the best podcast solution for XYZ. It's like trying, like, are we trying or are we doing
becoming it? Yeah.
Like becoming or doing it or whatever. Like I'm trying to quit XYZ.
Yeah.
Well,
I also think too that your words have so much power over how your brain processes things that it truly becomes your reality, not because it's magic or declaration, but your brain literally listens to what you say. It knows how you feel, and it's basically saying, okay, cool, if that's important to you, let me show you all the areas of your life that you talk about a lot. So if you're like, hey, I really hate seeing this, and that's something that you talk about all the time, you're always going to live in a state of depression because you're going to see that as your reality. To be honest, I'm just joking. So,
I hope we didn't say it in the first half of the podcast.
I know. I was like, dang it, if we did.
Well, we're trying to stop.
Yeah.
See, you get that? Like, so it's like, are we stopping? Are we progressing? Or is this an excuse of like a wish?
Yeah.
It's like on a wish list, but we haven't even started.
Right.
I'm trying to start this.
Yeah. Well, you could switch that to we are actually becoming. We are in the process of.
That's good.
You know, because that shows honesty with boldness.
Yeah.
You know, if you're saying, well, we're trying to do that. Actually, now that I think about it, I would probably be the person that would be like, well, are you trying or are you becoming? I become bold like that where I ask. What is something that you know you could say other than to be honest? Like what is a transition or a way to answer somebody's question? Rather than saying, to be honest, what would you say?
So.
Yeah. Or.
I don't know. Like, so.
So?
Or get used to being quiet longer. I think that's actually a good sales tactic is to be quiet longer and shut up.
Well, you can always say things like, if you answer me a question, like, that's actually interesting. Yeah, you know what? Let me check on that. I really want to give you the right answer. Let me check on that.
Kind of reminds me of what you say as well. Like instead of saying I know all the time, say isn't that interesting?
Right.
Well, Joe, your hair is black.
That's interesting.
Isn't that interesting?
When I take the gel off, you see all the white. So you could say, And then honestly, you can, to be honest, honestly.
Yeah. So you weren't being honest
I'm
before,
aware
man.
of all those things now. Dadgummit.
Yeah, once you pointed out.
Yep. So I was about to say honestly again. You could use words other than referencing honesty. You could say yes or I don't know that yet. I work with the team and I will get you the answer.
Yeah, okay.
Okay? But sometimes you use that word out of habit where you're like, well, to be honest with you, yes. Just say absolutely.
Okay. Clutch. All right. Push
Coming in clutch. We have some Gen Zers here, and before this show, we were asking what all these terms are.
You're going to make me forget.
Okay, good.
I think I did.
Clutch.
This is one of those days I didn't get enough sleep.
I don't know if you've noticed already, we have a lot of ADHD between both of us. So, anyways. All
Coffee helps.
You said clutch. Anything coming back?
Yeah. No. No. Bro, I lost it.
Okay, next one.
It wasn't as important then.
Watch it come out like in the middle of me saying something like, I remember.
Well, I'm looking at some of these, and I think some of these are like, I don't know.
Yeah, let me see some.
So circle back, maybe that one. Like instead of saying this, like we hear that, or like circling back, blah, 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 blah. The only thing I have with that one is it's become a huge AI language.
Yeah.
And so I don't think I know anybody that really says that formally in emails without it being AI. Do you? Like
I don't use the word circle. I don't use the phrase circling back. I don't like it. I don't like it when people use it. And I just don't know what it is about it. I'm not saying it's wrong, but when I talk to people, I say, you know what? Let me go back to here really quick. I really want to address this first.
Okay.
Or if I'm about to close and we're kind of getting off track and be like, hey, you know what? Let's get right back to here. I really don't want to waste your time. So let's talk about the next steps. All I need is a down payment, a deposit, whatever it is.
Okay.
I just need to know we have an available spot Monday for our technicians to come. Will that work for you? Perfect. So what I need today is a deposit, a signature right here, and the commitment that we're going to give you to make the best blah, 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 blah experience of your time. So when I say, all right, let's circle back to this, or when I send an email saying circling back, it's like those fish, like it's, you know what, it just doesn't sound so good in my opinion. To be honest. I'm going to say that all day.
I have so many thoughts, but I'm trying to keep like, trying. Oh my goshness.
Oh, we are super aware now. Jeez. Hey, Azaria, make sure you hold him accountable to saying, to be honest, or trying.
Dude, those are cuss words now.
Oh.
Okay? Actually, services is a cuss word for us too.
It is.
So, because even though we're service-based business.
You are an experience-based business.
Oh, I like that better.
Yes.
We're going to have to update our core value.
Giving the ultimate delivery of experience to your customers.
But really, it's what we say on our core values. It's solutions over services. Mm-hmm. Because we're not about just hitting record. Like we want to make sure.
Every videographer is like that. Just record.
Yeah. I mean, I like it. I was that way before, and I would still enjoy that. If someone actually imposes and goes, I just want you to hit record and make it look good. Let me handle the content. Okay, cool. As long as I have to at least do my part to be like, this is what I think is best.
Yeah.
Because we're solution driven, not service driven.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure the whole ecosystem works.
I like it.
Now I have all ABCs. I got a YouTube video about the ABCs of
always. I actually heard a really good one from somebody.
No, it's ACL. Sorry, not ABCs.
All right.
Yeah.
It's always be connecting.
That's good.
Yep. We are circling back to the first question.
Yeah. Because, what are like some closing line or like when you're in a sales conversation, you find yourself being the one being sold to. Switch perspectives. Mm-hmm. You're being sold to because you get this all the time now. What are the common things that you're like, oh, this is a sales conversation? And then do you go, oh, let me hear them out? Or you immediately go, I'm not even looking. I don't even have the buying power for this. I'm not interested at all for it. Do you hear them out? Do you like, what do you do?
Well, I used to because I had a soft heart, but now that my time is so, like, I see the value. To be honest with you.
I just spilled my coffee.
You just spilled the coffee. When I know the value of my time now, I really try to avoid that just because the time I give to somebody who I know I'm not going to spy to is taking time away from either my family or from something I could do to be productive.
Okay.
So people are notorious for this. They come to the networking groups to just sell you, and like we should do a 1-to-1. I'm like, no, don't want to. But I believe sales today has shifted, and I think it's always been like this. But it's becoming more and more evident that this is how people want to buy through relationships.
Yeah.
And so back in the days, it's like I could convince you right then and there. But now that we have social media, the internet, and we want to start and other services, I know it's a curse word, other things are available to you online, then what happens is you become skeptical at anybody that just comes up to you and says, hey, I can provide the solution for you.
Okay.
Way before you get to know who the heck I am and if that is even my pain point.
Dude, that actually brings my ACL thing back into on topic.
Okay, bring it up.
So because I believe if you want to have a solid pipeline to build your brand and your brand become irresistible, your brand to become attractive, your brand to be the respected one, the big brand. That's real branding. You don't want to tear your ACL because you'll be out of the sport if you tear it. So I said this from the beginning, but I'm coming back to it. Circling back. Is, and this ain't a chat GPT thing. I actually came up with this. So it's attention. Attention is the first thing. You can't sell people anything. You can't gain subscribers if you don't first grab attention. Mm-hmm. Now, attention, I learned this just today, is the style of selling online in the past. It's not as much about, there's a paradigm shift happening because of AI. It's not as much about just attention. So doing a dance, doing a trend to gain attention, it may get subscribers, it may get followers, but it won't get as many sales, especially in hard to trust industries. So we're in those. Yeah. We're in those industries. And that's why, because it's not just awareness. Oh, I learned it. Now I'm going to buy it. Yeah. You got to apply the C, the C of the ACL. And you have to do them all together. Credibility. Yep. This is where you create a credibility engine, a proof base on your website. Should have testimonials, but more than that, like you should have a reputation. But that applies online too. You should have an online reputation. There should be people saying, yes, this is so good.
So attention, credibility.
Yep. And then the L is leverage, because if you don't have the system to monetize. Oh, yeah. Like that's why I like podcasts with businesses. Mm-hmm. They have a way to leverage the attention, credibility, and audience they built.
That's true.
That now it can actually feed them and come back and grow. But if you're just looking to get famous and you're an everyday individual and you want YouTube to pay you when you hit 10,000 subscribers and all that, that's a different story.
That's true.
So you need that leverage right away.
And I know of stories. I know stories of people who are online social media famous but not making much money.
It's cool. Like, it's cool to get paid by TikTok. Cool to get paid by YouTube. But
I used to coach an online an Instagram influencer. She had it was a religious following for moms and entrepreneurs. It was really, really cool. But our goal was to help her leverage it. Okay. Which turned into a whole new business because she came up with a product line that was like moms loved it, and it came from that. But she wasn't getting directly monetized from Instagram or YouTube.
See, it's so much better to do that.
Yeah.
You can make.
Well, she fell into that. She's like, and then boom, it just took off.
Yeah. Okay.
If you're watching, you know who you are. Shout out to you. I just don't want to say your name because I know you're very private, but if you're watching, you know who you are.
And she's private. She's an influencer, right?
Well, no, just the page was, but she never really showed her face.
Oh, it was faceless. I got it. Mm-hmm. Faceless is harder these days.
She did it.
Cool.
She did it.
All right. Well, yeah.
Well, look, we started off with jokes. I want to close out with some business jokes.
Yeah. What's your podcast closer?
I don't know. I just randomly did this. So on
a scale of 1 to 10, how likely are you to close this podcast?
Oh, where do we go from here?
Yeah. Where do we go from here?
All right.
You tell me.
Dang, these jokes suck. I just went on Google.
Do your jokes suck? Would you like better jokes?
What did one ocean say to the other?
Nothing, it just waved.
How do you know that?
Nothing, it just waved.
That is our producer.
Oh,
and she killed it for you
man.
guys.
It felt like a trick.
Nothing, it just waved.
Are you upset?
Oh. What's the opposite of artificial intelligence?
I would think that it's...
You don't know this one. No, don't Google it.
It would be organic, and it would be dumb.
This is
An organic
okay,
Dumbo.
got it. Natural stupidity.
Okay, there we go.
You got it.
We're on the same wavelength, right? We just did a high five.
One more. I don't
even.
even. Okay. Have you heard about the guy who stole the calendar? He got 12 months. All right, guys.
All right.
That's how you know we're having fun and bored at the same time.
Yep. Hopefully this is... Wait, last episode we talked about how being bored is actually really good, so...
Yeah.
Hopefully this one brought some goodness out. You have to let us know in the comments what we're doing right that you enjoy, that's like such gold, like we need more of this, and then we can do more of it.
Comment below if you think Jared should get a mohawk like me.
I used to have that similar cut.
Yeah.
I had someone leave a church because I had a mohawk.
Well, let them be religious. I don't care. I'm done with that stuff. That's a whole nother topic in entrepreneur experience. Actually, no, more of a personal podcast.
Yeah. All right.
All right, guys. Look, have a wonderful day. Thank you so much for tuning in to The Entrepreneur Experience. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and just share this. Share this with other entrepreneurs that you know. This content is for you. It's to give you hope, to give you answers, to maybe give you something to hold on to, because entrepreneurship is lonely, it's fun, it's chaotic, and it's fulfilling at the same time. It's really hard to explain that, but that's kind of entrepreneurship in a nutshell. So you need a community.
Yeah.
Speaking of community, what do we have?
We got school with a K, SKOOL.com.
Mm-hmm.
And if you don't know how to spell entrepreneur or experience, and type that in. We have a direct... Sorry, that sounds condescending, but let's be...
We're talking to entrepreneurs. Look, raise
be,
your hand if you dropped out of college. I did.
I learned to spell it more for this podcast so we could write it.
Dude, I always type it out and it's spelled wrong, and then it's just a red line and I just go... Fix the spelling.
But even searching, like we need more people to search it so it shows up at the top.
Yeah.
Right now, it's the School Hard Knocks guy that shows up at the top when you type in entrepreneur. Dude, go join that one, but also join ours.
That's actually a pretty cool podcast.
Like if you do both.
Yeah. But no, school, it's an online community. It's free, and it has a lot of my clients, a lot of your clients, a lot of people that have found us just naturally. And it's a great way to have an online community of other entrepreneurs. You can ask questions. You could get feedback. There's some free content that we have on there.
Yeah.
There's also upgraded content that you could choose to pay, but that's really up to you.
Yeah.
So, we're just trying to provide that for the entrepreneur. So, yeah.
Yeah, because I didn't have a lot of that, or I didn't know where to go, or maybe there was a lot of it. Yeah. Let's just say that. Why am I saying maybe when it was me? Well,
to be honest.
To be honest. So that's another thing to delete is maybe.
Maybe. Yep.
There's stuff out there, but it's so hard to navigate. Mm-hmm. It's like, which chocolate bar do I buy? If your wife tells you to go to the store and buy a chocolate bar, which one do you buy?
Well,
can you buy all of them?
My wife asked to buy a chocolate bar, she was pregnant. And I just bought all of them because she figured out which one she liked and which one she didn't. That was a very expensive experiment.
Yeah. But the point is...
we were broke back then.
The point is navigating this stuff is very difficult.
It is.
And that's the point of our experience as well. We want to help you navigate what's out there. The point of this episode was really to help you navigate in a fun way sales tactics. And...
Yep.
People need that. They need the guide, someone to help them, point them towards the right direction, and then the community to believe in them and to trust with the credibility. There's so much to it, man.
Yeah. But maybe on school we should have a portion upgraded that says sales.
Ooh, that would be cool.
We teach sales.
Yeah. Let us know if you're interested in that.
Yeah. All right. Well, look, enough about us.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sorry. I didn't mean to cut you off. I'm thinking about you. I'm thinking about you. We're just ranting.
No, I'm good. I don't want to talk about me. I don't want to talk about I don't want to talk about number one. All right, sorry.
That's a country song.
Let's get out of here.
All right, guys. Look, stay strong.
And keep on keeping on.